Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is the Road to 520 episode 1. This is where I cover all of my strategies and how I'm going to be preparing for the MCAT. If you don't know, the MCAT is the medical college admissions test, which most medical schools use to just judge, or at least they use it as a requirement that you need a certain score to get in. And so, as you can see by the title of this video, my score will be a 520, which is a 90th percentile, which is really good, but I also think is attainable with enough time and really just effort. And so this series will be going through strategies and different ways that I'll be hopefully using to get in. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, definitely be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Otherwise, we'll be getting into it, and yeah, hope to see you guys at the end when hopefully the finale of this series will be a 520 score. So without further ado, let's get into our first study. So let's get into how I'm actually going to be structuring like my study for this. It's going to be spread over many months, and so it's really going to be important to like stay organized and stay on top. So my primary like study resource is going to be these. Oh, that mic just took a little tumble. All good, but these are the books I'll be using. These are the Kaplan 2023 MCAT books, and so it's actually a huge bundle, but then there's about 7 of them in total, but they're all pretty, as you can see, they're pretty thick, and so there's a lot of material here. But a lot of the stuff is review as well from my pre-med degree. So my pre-med degree in biochemistry does cover most of it that I've done. So a lot of it is review, but it's just so much material that it's really going to be important that we structure it so it makes sense the way that I'm going. So I'm doing about 2 chapters of reading a day, right, for the first 2 months, and then once those 2 months have passed, then going fully into practice questions, right, practice exams, like the AMC, like official ones that they actually they sell, right, and so that's going to be another important key part of it. Obviously, we're in like the infancy stage of it. This is like day 1, so it's gonna be cool to see sort of how we end up. But I'm really I'm definitely excited, looking forward to it. It's gonna be interesting. So the goal here is over, I'm not sure how many months it's gonna take, but I'm expecting at least 4 months of intense practice, I think, making it the top goal. But yeah, it's gonna be good. So now let's dive into what I'm using for online. Huge advocate of Anki. All right, this is the I think the tool that single-handedly got me like the best grades that I've seen in my last year of university, from being pretty much a pretty average, maybe a little bit above average student, to really just being at like the top and everything. And just doing this like over and over again. So this is the King MCAT deck. It's from Reddit. It's a really popular deck. Like there's a majority of medical students, either use this deck or variations of it that other medical students create. As you can see, it's got every single part of the MCAT here that you need to know. In total, there is almost 5,000. There's over 5,000 decks here, as you can see. So, or 5,000 cards, and it's just it's just a crazy amount of practice. Like the thing is that you can never have like not enough to practice. There's always going to be more, and so this is going to be the primary deck that I'm going to be using. So the King deck. So I'm going to be primarily practicing this first, and then jumping into practice problems. And for my planner, let's jump into that. Okay, so this is the planner that I'm going to be using, and so this I actually got from a YouTuber called May Gal. She did a whole series about how she was a pre-med and how she got into medical school. And this is the planner that she made on Google Sheets that she made available. And so I'm actually going to be using this to plan out my entire section. As you can see here, we have a section set aside for content review. And then we also have a month dedicated strictly to just a specific type of practice problem. So Anki, another site called UWorld, and then we also have actually an entire now month dedicated to official, like the AAMC, like the Medical Association's practice problems, and so. Those are just 2 separate months just on their own, only of practice problems. And so you have to realize that she's studying Sunday through Friday, so 6 days a week. I believe she said she studied about on average 8 hours a day. So essentially, right, a full-time job. Even actually more if you only count in. She's only taking one day off, so she's only taking Saturday off, and so. That's the planner that I'm going to be using. It's really helpful because there are different sections here that so she's included what she did. So as you can see, this is how she set hers up, and so she had days set aside for practice exams and practice, just different practices, and she's really had a really comprehensive layout here. And so this is the planner that I'm going to be using. It's going to be interesting to see how helpful it is. I'm hoping that I'll be able to really put it to good use. But otherwise, I think it's going to be a really good helpful tool. I'll be sure to link it down in the box. So that's really how I'm going to be planning out and structuring how I'm going to be studying for the exam. I think a planner and then also having like a really good source of practice questions are two like the biggest keys to really any like exam or course that you're going to be taking. So if you have both of those and you put in the time, I think with enough time and effort that it is definitely achievable. It's really just, are you willing to put in that extra amount of time, and are you willing to make the sacrifices of the time, and instead of doing X, putting your head down and really just going for it. And so that is going to be what I am going to be focusing on, for the next at least 3 to 4 months. I think you have to consider it. If you're not working a full-time job, you have to consider it your full-time job. For me, I'm lucky. I just have my part-time job, which is essentially, the way it works is it almost serves as a full-time job, the way that I structure my clients. So I'm really hoping that I'm able to push through here. So I'm going to be making more videos for Road to 520. I'm going to be aiming for about a video a week just to provide an update, and in addition to everything else. And so if you're interested in that, be sure to stay tuned. I'm going to be pretty much going over my entire study, strategies and how it's been going. Study with me videos as well. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I hope you have a good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, and I'll see you in the next one. See you. Now I'm serving a Tesla, going back